Hi, I wanted to take a minute to explain the 2009 first-time homebuyers tax credit. The main difference since last year's tax credit is that they've increased it $500 and taken away the repayment of the credit. All first-time homebuyers are eligible, and you're considered a first-time homebuyer if you haven't owned a property within the 3 years previous to your purchase. So regardless of prior home ownership, if you have not had any interest in a home in the last 3 years, then you are re-eligible as a first-time homebuyer. The tax credit is up to $8,000. If you buy a property for $80,000 or higher, then you will receive the full $8,000 credit. If you buy a property for less than $80,000, it's 10% of the purchase price. So for example, if you bought a $75,000 home, you would get $7,500 on your tax credit. There are some income restrictions. For single people, it's, if even married people filing singly, it's $75,000, and married filing jointly, it's $150,000. Although, even if you do exceed those limitations, but not by much, you may still qualify for a portion of the tax credit. So you would want to talk to your tax professional about that. There's no application required. You just file for this with your next tax return, and the $8,000 is applied to your tax return. If you've already filed with the old credit in place, then you can do an amended tax return, and the new tax credit applies to you. So you don't have to worry about that repayment. So if you've purchased your home within the time specified, but already filed for 2008 taxes, you can just amend that. You must retain the property for 3 years to avoid the repayment. So for example, if you buy your house this year, May of 2009, you'd need to keep it until May of 2012 to avoid any repayment. There are a couple of exceptions that might be made if there's mitigating circumstances like a death or a divorce. Then there are instances where you would not have to repay it even if you sold before those 3 years. So I've attached a link to National Association of Realtors information about the credit that you might find helpful. And I encourage all first-time homebuyers to get out there. Now is a great time to buy. The rates are excellent, the prices are good, and you've got this wonderful $8,000 tax credit as extra incentive. So if you're in Western Massachusetts, give me a call.